All right, and we are live here in the second final round of the quaternary bracket. We have West Virginia here in the purple pennies and Pitt in the navy uniforms. And we're off. Pitt gets the ball. It's Wendell with the ball. Wendell for Pitt. Driving to the inside. Wendell pass over the top. He's got someone behind. That shot is blocked, and it looks like Pitt is going to recover. So now Pitt will bring it up. These teams basically with the same color uniforms, so it looks like West Virginia lost to rock, paper, scissors or something and had to use the pennies. I'm assuming it was a coin toss, actually. Pitt running the mile around, taking it to Wendell. Wendell blocked at the hoops. He gets the rebound once again. Jump shot, no good. And Pitt still running it down in the corner there. He's still inbound. And he's shaking. The beat misses, and the spin, and finally puts it through for Pitt. They draw first blood here, 10-0. Pitt in the lead. West Virginia now getting their first chance at offense. Alasakis at keeper to Melnick. Protection from his beater. Melnick. Melnick pass to the inside, just over the top of the hoop, and finished by the keeper. She was right where she needed to be for the rebound, 10-10. Pitt with bludger control now. Wendell.
Nice. Good work, Justin.
Wendell to the inside now. Ducks under the beat. Spin, and oh no, he was blocked. And so now West Virginia will have a chance. They did get bludger control back after that one. It's 10-all. And Melnick will run into the far side here. Cutting back inside, he's wrapped up. He's just pulling that player along. Melnick loses the ball, it's stripped. Pitt has it, it's Lombardo. And Lombardo has the ball for Pitt. Lombardo dancing around the top here. And he gets beat. And Melnick will pick that one up. So WU will take a chance to advance here. And number 59, he'll take a little spin move, run it to the inside. Gets wrapped up, gets away from the wrap up, and then gets beat. And now Lombardo gets beat, and Melnick recovers for WU.
Here we go, Jack. Here you go.
These team frequent enemies, frequent opponents because of their proximity. As Pitt gets a beat and Lombardo recovers. Back to Wendell. And so now, at 10-all, Pitt on the attack. Also with bludger control. It's an open middle of the field. Underhand pass to Lombardo, unable to come in with it, and there's a stoppage there. And what was that for? Looks to be a turnover, probably a pass after beat there, and that'll be West Virginia ball.
Go, Megan.
How do you say her last name? Alisakis now directing traffic as they're going against two bludger defense here. Just looking for options, protected by a beater. Moving around to the far side. Handoff. Melnick's got a little bit of space, dodges the beat. No beaters in front of him. He's driving in. He's getting wrapped up behind the hoops, and he gets beat, doesn't get beat. And some risky passing there as Pitt comes up with the ball at the end of that. And now Wendell on the far side with the ball. He gets it blocked from the pass. Comes up with his own rebound. Wendell, pass across once again, no good. Pitt recovers it and just throws it backwards, and it looks like there's a stoppage of play there. We'll see whose hands the ball ends up in. As I mentioned before, this is in the quaternary bracket, one of the last two games in this bracket before the final game. These teams are playing for the final bid to U.S. Quidditch Cup. It is win or go home. West Virginia, Pitt, as our head referee Toby March adjudicates a card. And that is yellow on number 59 of West Virginia. It's a push from behind. And so it looks like they will Pitt will receive the ball as the penalty on West Virginia creates the power play. And he's right in front of the hoops with a bludger to his left. He runs to the far side. Beater loses the handle on the bludger, and his jump shot is good. And some good beater play there on the far side as West Virginia desperately trying to keep their bludgers. And it looks like, ooh, great catch, but Pitt maintains bludger control, or do they? Just as West Virginia brings it up, Dub V. Melnick wrapped up. He's working hard. Back to Alisakis at the top, over to the far side. And he's going to drive in. No goal, beat before. He drove right into that keeper, pushed him backwards and scored, but it was a beat before. Our score remains 20-10, Pitt in the lead. So now Pitt will bring it up. They also have bludger control, so they're going against one bludger. Getting around contact, rolls across, finds his chaser on the other side. She doesn't get it, and W gets the ball.
Good job, Logan.
And 59 will pass to the keeper. And another missed opportunity there after the turnover from a bad pass for Pitt. W, protection from beaters. Pitt still has bludger control, though one is currently out of the play. Now she moves back in to the far side. And now W, will they get the turnover? Nope. They managed to handle as the keeper gets beat, and there's kind of a mire of chasers and beaters at the top here, trying to advance just a little bit. Continuous engagement by Pitt, trying to get anything as he passes off to number 66, who handles it for WU. She'll similarly probe around as the Mountaineers looking to get bludger control back. And they do now. as they managed to regain the quaffle, and Melnick passes out of bounds. He passes the out of bounds line, rather. We'll hear our referee call, and it looks like it was not out of bounds. So he was not out of bounds. WVU maintains possession here, and it looks like Melnick's going to drive around the far side, cutting into the center, breaks one tackle, breaks another, over to the keeper. She needs to get big, stopped at the hoops. And Wendell's hyped. He got the block there. Wendell, pass down to Howe. Beat before? No, it was a good goal. And a bit of confusion there about whether that was a goal or not. And now we'll have some conferencing by our referee, as that might not have been a good goal. Referees conferencing our score currently: Pitt 30, WVU 10. Winner of this game gets to move on to a game to determine the last bid in the region. The loser goes home. Both these teams generally play in the Mid-Atlantic region, as that where their home base is. But they have come to the Great Lakes region to play for one reason or another. And now they have the chance to pick up a bid here. It was beat before on that goal, so that was no good, making the score 20-10. And so now at the center of the field is the quaffle, with WVU holding it. Number 59, he's got projection from his beaters. Pitt has control. And the keeper, now that the bludgers are down, passes down, and no good. She bobbles that pass, can't hold it, and Wendell will come up with it. And Wendell pushing the pace a little bit. High pressure by WVU, and now his beater will protect him. And Wendell, he was looking to drive for a sack, dodges the beat, and now he's got no beaters down, no beaters back, as the goal is good. Not sure if that first shot went through, but the follow-up certainly did. And that is a goal for Pitt, 30-10. So WVU will bring it back up now. Game's still in range, so we've got plenty of time left here. As the sun's setting, the air gets colder, and the wind is picking up just a smidge. WVU on the backside, coming back towards us. Pitt showing some fairly aggressive defense, but maintaining bludger control. And now with no beaters, West Virginia has nothing to do, and Pitt will pick it up, and it'll be a turnover, Pitt ball. And now Pitt's going to push the pace a little bit, down to number 4, Peeler, who shoots and scores. And looks like Peeler took quite a shot there. And so I think we've got a stoppage of play here. Now we are stopped. There was some confusion there. Peeler put in his case to the referee that he was hit late and from behind. We'll see if that was the case. He didn't get popped on that goal, but the goal was good. That would bring the score 40-10. So Pitt in the lead, teetering on the edge of snitch range. And these two teams are getting a little heated here. A little bit of jibes back and forth. The stakes are high. Someone's playing the Jeopardy theme on a musical instrument right next to us. So referees will continue to conference about whether that was a foul or not. It looks like they were about to break and then they didn't. A little hard to gain momentum here for either team when there's stoppages. We'll see what we got here. And he's reaching for his pocket. And the player doesn't even look at the referee. He just marches his way to the penalty box, but the time will be negated by the goal. And that is a yellow card on number 4 for WVU. The goal is still good, and that'll be WVU ball. And so now WVU will be able to bring it back up as Pitt scores, teetering on the edge of snitch range. Don't have to serve any penalty time there, while the number 4 has been an athletic force for them this weekend. So another card for him might be an issue for them. Hanging out at midfield as Bludgers are down. Number 4 now streaking in. He's getting low. And now he comes back out as Pitt loses bludger control. 2 missed beats here. Oh no, it was a beat indeed. And so now WVU will be able to get bludger control as number 4 gets posted up. And he's driven back. And he'll come back in. Still a beater in the way. Scoots past Howe and gets huge! Thundering dunk. It looks like he ripped the coupling clean. He ripped the bushing clean out of the equipment, so it looks like there is an equipment foul. The championship game will be live streamed. The time is pushed back for the championship game. So as we adjudicate our equipment foul here, not really an equipment foul, really an equipment timeout, the teams will go ahead and get some water, take a little timeout. The championship game has been pushed back. Please keep your eyes on the Facebook event and the USQ Twitter to see when that game will be played. We will also be live, and I'll take this opportunity to tell you that you can subscribe to this channel, hit like on this video, and also hit the bell to get notified when we go live so you do not miss that sweet, sweet championship action between the University of Michigan and Ball State University. They've already played twice this weekend. Last night we streamed it. You can go back in our archive to watch that one on this channel. Michigan won handily out of range this morning. Ball State made the adjustment and defeated Michigan 100-70. Michigan came back, still getting a chance to get into the final. And the final here will be a best of 3 for them to determine who truly is the champion of the Great Lakes. Earlier today, we also streamed the semifinals, which you can find marked on our YouTube channel. There is, at first, Michigan against Miami, in which Michigan won in range, 110-60. And then finally, Ball State over Bowling Green, where Ball State won in range. I want to say 150-100 was the final of that game. Don't quote me on it. That goal stands as number 4 got some big air and just thunderously dunked it down, posterizing that keeper. And so now Pitt still in the lead, 40-20. Personally, I think my confidence would be shaken if I got dunked on that hard, but we'll see how Wendell reacts.
2 behind!
Wendell brings it up. He's going against the beater. Beater threatening, pressuring him. He dumps it way to the outside to Peeler. Peeler manages to stay in bounds, shakes the tackler. He's facing down the bludger. Passes to the top. It's blocked. And The goal referee is signaling that went through. I think that block made the ball go through. And so now they're going to conference about that one. I couldn't quite tell whether it went through or not. We'd have to replay the tape, which, hey, you can at home. And that goal is good. So the unfortunate block through the hoop for WVU results in the Pitt goal. And that is 50-20, teetering once more on the edge of snitch range. Probably not how they intended to do it, but that's how they got it. And so now WVU will bring it up after the own goal. I've seen a couple of those this weekend. It happens. It's just part of the sport. So number 4, with bludgers down, is going to come through. He gets low on the ground, breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackle, and scores. He's got unparalleled speed on this field right now. And 50-30 is our score. As Wendell will bring it up once more. WVU pass over the top by Pitt, and Peeler gets beat in the back, and WVU gets it. And WVU did have bludger control. Looks like Pitt is going to recover here, and they do. Some beats in the back of the field, and yes, she recovers. So now WVU is running into bludger control. 50-30 is the score. Some high pressure there. And number 4 on the far side gets the ball to number 59. And his pass goes errant and wild, out of bounds, and it'll be Pitt ball. He was just trying to get it away from the beater and instead turns it over. Although with a little more time to get the team back on defense. Peeler has it now on the far side for Pitt. Peeler looking for his options. Support by Wick. Peeler driving past the hoops, past parallel. And that block makes it go through the hoops. And that's the second own goal for WVU. They did. That's true.
Thanks, man.
WVU now at the top of the key. It is 60-30, Pitt in the lead as they teeter on the edge of snitch range. WVU just content to pass it around, trying to get beaters down, and looks like that was a throwback of a bludger right there. That's what I would call anyways. Going to be a beater turnover to number 91. And so number 91, we'll see what he does here. And he launches it backwards as he should as number 59 drives in and scores. And that'll make it 60-40. Pitt still in the lead, but WVU coming back. And now WVU with control. And now White now in a keeper for Pitt. Howe dodges a beat in the backfield. He's got shifty feet, he's got huge speed, and spinning and scoring. And now that will make it 70-40 back on the edge of snitch range. Some substitutions for WVU, and Career comes in a keeper. Career on the far side, protected by a beater. And he's posted up on the sideline there, gets some support from his beater, and passes back to number 4.
Yo, number 91, you're sick, dude.
And now the bludgers are down. Number 4 is going to drive in. He bounces off a tackle, bounces off another, and puts it through the top hoop. And
way to go, Josh! You're sick. You're sick, dude. Oh my God. Yeah.
The sidelines are loving the WVU beater play. Number 91 doing well here as he's recovered blood control for his team. The referee's going to conference about this one. Goal is no good. Player was beat before in that whole hustle and bustle through the center there. So the lack of goal means that the ball starts out of bounds based on that. And now 70-40 is the score for Pitt. And White will bring it up now for Pitt. Defended and just kind of walks right through it. White passes down to Peeler. Peeler gets beat immediately. Picked up by Lombardo. And now Career comes up with it as the Beaters doing some good work behind their hoops. And our snitch now is out as we are within snitch range. Career defended up top. As he's trying to muscle his way through, loses the handle on the ball. WVU comes up with it. There's an advantage call, and it'll be a stoppage of play. That advantage goes against WVU. So it looks like our head referee, Toby March, is
Stretching it out. Needs to keep limber.
There was one thing I didn't expect.
yes, our head referee, Toby March, is now going to give his card to the WVU beater, number 16. He seems almost confused about which beater it'll be. And now he's found it. Number 91 is about to get, we'll see what the card and foul is here. Yellow card. Illegal contact. Contact with the back. 1 minute in the penalty box, and so that'll be a bludger turnover. And right before snitch on pitch, you really don't want a beater foul. And so now that puts Pitt in a good position here with bludger control. 1 minute until snitch on pitch and the quaffle. It's 70-40. They're teetering on the edge of snitch range. And so now Peeler is going to go on a run, and he's going to dunk it big through the top hoop. Our referee's getting directly in the way. And now it is 80-40, and Pitt is out of range. Remember, this is win or go home. Number 4, defended by Lombardo. Number 4, driving inside. Pitt still with control. The seekers are released. They're both coming out. And now number 4, as WVU defends. Number 4 driving in, just barrels through. An easy lay-in, no good, beat before. As WVU defending. And, oh, he has almost gotten the snitch, but it fell out of his hand. Pitt seeker, rather, that's how. As WVU's defending. And now Pitt giving their seeker a chance. He's getting real close. He's getting nice and low as Pitt brings it up the field. And there's a scrum at the hoops for the quaffle. We'll see who can come away with it, and WVU does, as a few beaters have tabletopped themselves over. And now, Career brings it up for WVU. And number 4, he's going to drive in. He's got one beater to get around. His beater helps him out as he runs the mile and puts it through, and now they're back in snitch range. And now immediately the beater goes and the stock falls off. And the keeper's got to start with it here. I think it's Wendell back in now for Pitt.
2, 1.
As WVU's getting some time alone with the snitch. He's getting that arm around. We'll see if he can get it. Pitt in the back. Lombardo, no good. Lombardo giving himself another opportunity. They're not putting a body on him. Now they finally did, and that second shot is no good, and that'll be WVU ball. WVU. They're getting some time alone, and he's got it. If this stands, this will send them to overtime. It is currently 80-50 with Pitt in the lead. Can they pull it out in overtime? Our referees will conference now. It's win or go home here. And that catch is good. So now we will head to overtime, which I believe is our third overtime on stream during this weekend. So for those of you that don't know or need a quick refresher on the overtime rules, it is a 5-minute period after regulation time. There is a 30-second seeker floor, 30 seconds before the seekers get on the field, and teams will have 5 minutes or until snitch catch, whichever comes first to score as many points as they can. The team with the most points at the end of that 5 minutes or when that snitch is caught is the winner. If they are still tied after that point, it will go to sudden death double overtime, where the first score wins. So now the teams will switch sides. They get a few minutes here to recuperate, recollect themselves, and get ready for overtime. So the teams will set themselves up on the other pitch. It's Indiana State playing against Bear Train for the other shot at the final spot in the quaternary bracket to play for the final bid. The bracket might be a little bit confusing, so you can log on to usquidditch.org, where under the events tab find Great Lakes Regional Championship, and you can view the bracket from there on the scheduled Google Sheet. You can also go on Facebook and find it. Search Great Lakes Regional Championship 2019. This will be a good time to remind you that you can subscribe to our channel, like all the videos that you see, and hit the little bell so you know when we go live, especially when we later on host the Great Lakes Regional Championship game live on stream between the University of Michigan and Ball State University. Our referee's getting ready here. They'll help set up the pitch in a moment, and we will be underway. It's been a pretty exciting weekend so far. I've seen a lot of parity in the regions, a lot of patient play, a lot of wild play. But overall, high quality, and I'm happy to see it. The fans have been great. The facility has been great. Voice of America Park, I've said it over and over on this stream, but it has really been wonderful. The fields are a nice turf. They have lights. They have a field house. And the team seem to have really enjoyed it.
That's sort of what we don't want to say. Not a voice crack, that's what it is.
So as our field slowly gets set up here, we have a few minutes between the periods. We're just kind of killing time. Hope everyone's having a nice Sunday, able to watch the sports you want to watch, Quidditch of course, and maybe between some football. I'm cheering for my Browns in spirit right now. So So the field gets set up, and the teams send their starting lineups. They switch sides, and so now Pitt in the navy attacking left to right, and WVU in the purple pennies because they have the same jersey color as Pitt, attacking right to left.
He's like, not now. They're gonna try to set it.
We'll be ready here. And we're off. Overtime, 5 minutes, 30 seconds, Seeker floor. And WVU gets the ball. And a score for WVU. First blood here in overtime. It's 80-80, now 90-80 in favor of West Virginia. It's Wendell bringing it up for Pitt. Wendell, pass across. It's Lombardo. Lombardo dodges a beat. Lombardo stuffed at the hoops. Peeler gets it back, and he scores. And now teams with traded goals, it's 90-90. Seekers are out, and they're coming in hot. They need beater support. And it looks like the Pitt Seeker almost got it before his beater came. And now WVU starting out with the quaffle. And WVU Seeker getting some time alone, as Career just completely bodies Lombardo on the ball here. WVU with bludger control. They're putting both bludgers on the snitch and giving their Seeker all kind of time. And he pulled the snitch, but it fell off. And now number 4 is going to drive in. He's fast. He drives through the keeper, and that's a good goal. Whew. That keeper took quite a charge on that play. And it looks like Pitt has caught. We'll see what the referees say on the conference.
Play taps. Play taps.
And the referees conferencing. If so, the score is currently 190. This would have a Pitt win. WVU looking upset. This will make them go home. They won't get a chance to compete at nationals from a bid from here. And it looks like that catch is good, and Pitt moves on in the quaternary bracket to face the winner of Indiana State and Bear Train. West Virginia will be going home. Great game by both teams. I'd like to thank everyone for staying tuned to this presentation of the Great Lakes Regional Championship. I've been Matt Dwyer. Keep it locked here on the US Quidditch YouTube page, where we will be live streaming the final match in the quaternary bracket to determine the final bid, and then finally the championship match between University of Michigan and Ball State University. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.